Welcome into Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. So glad to have you with us as we take a look at the latest Seattle Seahawks news and rumors, including those involving Aaron Rodgers. Yes, that Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers quarterback. According to Colin Cowherd, the host of The Herd on FS1, has suggested that Seattle would be the best potential landing spot for the Green Bay Packers quarterback. And I know what you're thinking. What? I'll explain my thoughts and react to it in just a moment. But let's go ahead and hear Colin out on this of what his reasoning is. Why Seattle? Why the Seahawks? Here's what Cowherd had to say. The only place it works is a team that has young stars you don't have to pay. Seattle has 2 star tackles and a star running back, and you don't have to pay them. They have a star corner, a rush end. They have 2 corners. You don't have to pay them. Seattle now, because of the Russell Wilson deal, has 2 firsts, 2 seconds, a third, and 2 fourths. Just go to Green Bay and say, give us Aaron, and what does Green Bay need? They need multiple picks. They need more players. This thing popped in my head a minute ago, and it's my best take ever. So Colin, with his idea that he came up with on a whim, thinks this is his best take ever. I have a few thoughts, as you would imagine, but before I share how I feel, here's your chance to get very rowdy in the comments section, one way or the other. Let me know. Trade for Aaron Rodgers? Hell yes, HY. Hell no, HN. Let me know in the comment section. You might get an ad break. If so, take advantage of it. Get your votes in. HY, hell yes. HN, hell no, on if you would trade for Aaron Rodgers. Let me know in the comment section below. No, 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 no. And one more. No. I mean, no disrespect. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback and one of the greatest quarterbacks I have ever seen. But for the Seahawks situation where things stand right now, for a multitude of reasons, this just doesn't make sense. First off, Geno Smith. Let's begin there. Let's begin with Geno Smith. He's playing awesome right now. Geno is playing really good football, and there's no need, none whatsoever, to be talking about trading for another veteran quarterback at this point in time. If you wanted to have that conversation last offseason, that would have been fine. But right now, where things stand right now, Geno is your guy. Look, if you even want to talk about the future of drafting a young quarterback, a first-round quarterback next year, that's fine. But the future for this Seattle franchise and trying to take that next step forward to be a contender for a long time is not adding an aging veteran quarterback here, okay? Your best point of action, if you're trying to build for the future, if there's another option you're looking at behind Geno Smith, it's getting a younger quarterback in the draft. It's not a guy that's 39 years old. That's what Aaron Rodgers is at this point. And there's been concerns this year about his play, that it's been up and down, that he's been inconsistent, that he's starting to show some age here. A guy that's significantly older than Geno, 39 years old. To me, that screams a red flag, the idea of bringing him in at this point. Aaron's been really good, no doubt. But remember, he's had a lot of injuries in his career as well. So with that, on the other age front, besides the injuries, besides the fact of just being simply 39 years old and all that, remember, he's talked about retirement too. So how much Aaron Rodgers do you really even have at that point? So I have 2 more reasons why I would not trade for Aaron Rodgers that I will get to in just a second. Before we do, though, today's show is sponsored by Established Titles. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It's a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds, as lords and ladies in English. Title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. We plant a tree with every order and work with global charities, one tree planted and trees for the future, to support global reforestation efforts. You could officially include the title Lord or lady on your credit card, plane tickets, dating profiles, and more. It makes for a great last-minute gift. The first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will be effectively next to my plot within a few minutes of walking distance. Depending on how many of you want to become a lord or a lady, we can build our little Seahawks kingdom together. Established Titles is actually running a massive early Black Friday sale right now with discounts up to 80% off. Plus, if you use the code CHAT, you get an additional 10% off. Go to chatsports.com/chat to get your gifts now and help support us here at Seahawks Today. So 2 more reasons why I disagree with Colin and would not trade for Aaron Rodgers. How about the cost in all this, okay? Aaron Rodgers is getting paid more money than any quarterback in the National Football League right now. Okay? I mean, do you really want to pay him that much more, okay, than what you could spend on other positions? And comparably speaking to what you've paid Geno Smith, Geno will get a pay bump in his next contract, but it won't be close to Aaron Rodgers' money. And then the draft capital it would take, too. Look, I understand Colin says that's, an asset, some potential trade pieces, and it could be. But I'm not using it for the quarterback position. I'm not giving up all those assets I just got in the Russell Wilson trade to then go get just another quarterback here. Look, the Seahawks need to make changes this offseason, but trading for a veteran quarterback is not the move here when you can go add other pieces and get younger through the draft. So for me, those 2 things don't make sense. Not worth the trade cost and not worth the price tag. And then lastly, on why I would not trade for Aaron Rodgers, the guy's been a head case. Look, I respect Aaron Rodgers, and some of the stuff that he's complained about, he's kind of had a right to as well. So I'm not going to take all the blame on Aaron Rodgers by any case of the imagination. Green Bay is guilty for a lot of the sins in this situation, but Aaron Rodgers is also got to be responsible for some things too. And just the way that he's gone about things and just the roller coaster ride there Aaron Rodgers has put that organization through over the last couple of years. And I'm not getting into the stuff about his family or anything like that. There's all sorts of internet speculation about those stories that you can go Google up. But for me, it's just too much. I don't know how he would fit in with Pete Carroll and the culture in Seattle and the way this organization runs things. To me, you look at that Green Bay team, and this is a organization that is one of the premier teams in the National Football League, and he's had issues there. He hasn't been able to be on the same page with management or his coaches. Look at him and Mike McCarthy, what they went through. And now Matt LaFleur, same kind of ordeal here. So for me, those are the 4 reasons why I would not trade personally for Aaron Rodgers. I like Geno Smith. Rodgers at 39 years old. You talk about on the decline potentially, and also the retirement situation and the injury factor, the price tag, the trade cost, and then the headaches that he's caused too. All of that to me just says not worth it to bring in Aaron Rodgers. So, what is your one-word reaction to the idea of trading for Aaron Rodgers that Colin Cowherd puts up here? What's your one word? Sound off for me in the comment section. My one word was no, 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 no. What's your one word? Let me know in the comments section. Want to hear from what you guys have to say, your one word about the idea of possibly trading for Aaron. If you're looking more Seattle Seahawks content, this is the place to be right here on Seattle Seahawks Today. Hit that sub button to get the latest news and rumors on your favorite team, watch parties for every game day, live shows throughout the week as well. It's all in one place right here, youtube.com/Seahawks TV. So the resume for Aaron Rodgers is pretty incredible. 4-time MVP. He's won a Super Bowl. He's won a Super Bowl MVP. And he's also a member of the All-Decade team, 10-time Pro Bowler. The resume and all that is not the issue here. Look, I mean, once you get past Tom Brady, there's not going to be another quarterback in the NFL right now with a resume, active resume that's as good as Aaron Rodgers is. That's not the issue. Respect for Aaron Rodgers is here, folks. But it's the other factors we mentioned. I mean, I mentioned how much I like what Geno Smith has put together in 2022. Here's the statistics, okay? How much of an upgrade, considering how much you'd have to give up for Aaron Rodgers at this very moment in time, how much, if any at all, of an upgrade would Aaron Rodgers even be at this point when you see Geno Smith has a better completion percentage, he's thrown for less interceptions, got a better QBR at this point too. So, I mean, everybody would take Aaron Rodgers over Geno Smith if all things were equal here. But when you factor in all of those other things we talked about, it just doesn't make sense because you're not going to get a significant improvement considering what you would have to give up. The last 4 seasons for Aaron Rodgers, you can see this year's been a down year. He's fallen off from what he was a couple of years ago, but we saw back in 2021 and 2020, those were MVP caliber seasons. 2019 wasn't bad either. So we'll see if Father Time finally is here and catching up with Aaron Rodgers, but he has not looked this year like we saw even a year ago. The depth chart for the Seahawks, Geno Smith's their guy. No question about it. They're going with him going forward. There's no reason why that they wouldn't go with Geno Smith at this point. And then you look at Drew Lock behind Geno Smith. I know Drew Lock didn't play great in the preseason, but the Seahawks coaching staff seems to be all in on Drew Lock as their number 2 quarterback. Reports were a couple days ago that Seattle wants to bring not only Geno back, but also Drew Lock in 2023 as well. And then you have John Mannion as your practice squad quarterback as your de facto number 3 guy. So before we go, how you feeling? What's your confidence level in Geno Smith after this year? Remember, the Aaron Rodgers talk, it's not just all even about Aaron Rodgers. Geno Smith is a huge part of this, of why I'm saying no, why I'm vetoing this trade idea from Cowherd personally. And I'm not going to sit here and call him Colin Cowherd or anything like that. I understand he gets paid to have opinions and make takes like that. But for me, this is just as much about where my confidence level is in Geno Smith. And right now it's very, very high. I got it way up on that scale. Scale it for me 1 through 10, what your confidence level is in Geno Smith at this point in time. As always, follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Tyler Jones Live, talking about your Seattle Seahawks on those social media platforms, and I'll see you next time here on Seahawks Today.